Arnold Lewis. You know what it is? I help you guys prepare mentally for a life of overseas basketball. It's getting your mind right, it's getting your money right, getting your grind right, all through the perspective of a man on a mission and a drive, and trying to show you guys how I do that day to day. I'm just a man. I'm just a man. But I'm a man who believes in myself. I'm a man who believes in you. If you hear me, I believe in you. Because sometimes that's all we need to hear. I believe in you. It be like that sometimes. Because you know what? The journey ain't always so great and up all the time. I feel like sometimes it be more rough times than it do be good times until you just break free. Because it's pretty much like gravity holding you back and all the stuff that you got going on in your life trying to hold you back at all times. But you gotta break above that. You gotta adjust to it, adjust to the way, adjust to the issues, or not even issues, just situations and challenges that you have in your life. That's why we do things to better equip our mind for the fight that's to come, through meditation, through visualization, through breath work, breathing, through these things that just help us build up our mind to be a lot stronger to handle a lot of the issues that or challenges that's going to come our way. The vices, especially the vices that come your way. I wish when I was coming up, someone would have told me about vices and how they can really deter your life. But it's not really explained for real, for real. You know what I mean? It's not really explained. And coming from black culture, we have a lot of the same vices. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our vices are all the same. Black men is money, cars, clothes, women, sport. You know what I'm saying? Sports could be your vice. Gambling. That's everybody's vice. But there's a lot of vices that can really destroy your person. And we never... that's not talked about enough. As much as people have to deal with their vices in their life, nobody is talking about that. No one ever just say, you know what, let me break this down to you real quick. This is the things that you want to avoid because X, Y, and Z. These are the things you need to really, really pay attention to. And I got a few of them here that I figure we'll go through. Appreciate the like. Make sure y'all share this out. I go live every single day. Today we talking about vices. You know what I'm saying? Daniel, Derek, or Deanna, Derek. Appreciate y'all. Liking, tapping in with me. First thing I want to talk about, confusing comfort with peace. Comfort numbs, peace strengthens. A man who settles for comfort slowly silences the voice that calls him higher. God dang. The man that settles for comfort slowly silences the voice that calls him higher. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. What was that? Rusty? Appreciate that, Rusty. The man who settles for comfort slowly silences the voice that calls higher to him. Like Future says in the song, don't get too comfortable. As a man, as a person, I'm speaking to the man right now. Don't get too comfortable. At all times, you got to be feeling like I need to be on something. I need to be in build mode. I need to be changing somebody's life. As a man on a mission, your whole duty is to be changing people's lives for the better. And the joy you find should be in changing people's lives. And if you think chilling all day, not working on something, not building something is going to get you to being that person, it's not. Don't get too comfortable. Ignoring the smaller inner warnings. Destiny rarely collapses loudly. It erodes when a man repeatedly dismisses the quiet, "this isn't right," whisper within. You ever hear that? This ain't right? You shouldn't do this. Maybe I ought to stop doing this. You ever feel like I watched it? I think I seen a little reel yesterday on Nate Dogg, and he was like, when Nate Dogg drank, he was a whole other person. It is 5:40 p.m. where I'm at. When Nate Dogg drank, he was a whole completely different person. That was his vice. He turned into a whole different person. He said, man, when I got this bottle in my hand, it feels like I got somebody talking to me on this side, somebody talking to me on the other side. And he's like, which one do you listen to? And he's like, whichever one talks the loudest. I'm tell you right now, your vice is going to speak louder than anything you got in your head. You got to kill that voice. You have to kill that voice, because the vices in your head, that ignoring that whisper in your head and telling you, hey, yo, maybe we shouldn't go over there. Warning comes before destruction. That's in the Bible. I don't know what verse it is, but that might be. Okay, light, I'm gonna prove to you that's not schizophrenia. I'm gonna prove to you right now, to the best of my ability, exactly what I mean. I want you to just close it, close your mouth, close your eyes, and say your name. You heard that voice in your head? That voice spoke truth. It told you exactly who you was. You went inside yourself to find who you were, and you listened to that voice. You heard it loud and clear, because you chose to listen to the right thing. You chose to listen. It wasn't, if your name was Brad, it didn't say Derek. You would have known immediately if it said any other name than your name. That is not the voice you should be listening to. But you heard the voice, the right one. You heard the right one. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know who that is. I really don't watch too much NBA. That's the voice that you need to be listening to. Everybody thinks, oh, everybody has that inner voice in their life, that spirit that's leading you. I don't really want to tell you. I really don't want to. Is your boyfriend, was he your vice? Did it matter that much to you? I can tell you this right now. I have been alive for 36 years of my life. I was actually, it's crazy you brought up that question, because I was actually just speaking to two women yesterday, or about 2 nights ago, and we were talking about relationships. And I said, think about, I don't know, I can only speak from the black man's perspective, but I think about this. I've never in my life been around or knew personally, maybe one person, maybe one man, but I don't know a man in my life that hasn't cheated. I don't know a woman. I'm not even going to speak about women, because I've been around more men, obviously, in my life that I have as a representative of what it is, or what a man. Cheating is part of life. I don't know one person who has not been cheated on in my life. I don't know one person who has not been cheated on in my life. What does that say about us as a people? I don't know. I'm gonna move on from that. Borrowing identity for approval. The moment a man needs applause to feel real, he gives his authority over to his becoming. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. That's part of life. There's a song. I would not recommend you listening to this song, because I remember. It's a funny thing the connections that you have and your deepest moments of hurt. It's the funniest things that you have in your deepest moments of hurt, because you remember all of the things in that moment because of the feeling that you had. Of the feeling that you had. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when my very first broke up, when I had my very first breakup, all I could remember was this one song called "The First Cut Is the Deepest." That song will haunt me till this day because I never hurt like that from a breakup in my life. In my life. I just thought that was interesting. Don't need approval from nobody. Don't care what nobody got to say. Like doing this YouTube channel. You know, people come on here, they get in the comments, they talk, they troll, do all kinds of things. But I don't care. I never care. I was on here for 2-3 years when nobody was on here. Not one viewer. Try doing YouTube and posting videos and stuff for... I'm on year 4 right now. Try going through your first 2 years and going live and getting no views. Get no views for 3-4 months. That's a grind. That's a grind. And then when you do, people start... I've said it a few lives back and I'll say it again. Once you start getting your traction, that's when you start getting more people. See, when you coming up in your grind and when you doing what you need, what you're supposed to be doing, and you're like working towards something, first couple of years people are just ignoring you. They see you, they kind of like it, they ignoring you. They're not really paying you no attention. Then you start to get some traction. You've been in a couple of years, people see you like you're not going away. They see like you're not going away. He's not going away. All right, so you start getting more traction. More people start paying attention. More people start commenting. But in the first wave, it's not like, oh, people are start attracted to you because you start getting your momentum. Everybody's throwing their shots. You're in a sea of people who all are here to throw their discomfort, their craziness on you. Because now you're in front of their face now. They realize this dude's not going away. You're in front of their face now. So now that's when the trolls come. To get to your people. Whatever you're doing, you're trying to get to your people. When you get like, especially in this content game, trying to get to your people, your community, the people who think like you, the people who, like for me, when I tune in, the people who we connect the most. I get on here and speak to the people who are on the same frequency. That's why everybody that tunes in, that be here, that vibes, that comments, that enjoys the content is because we're on the same frequency. So I come on here to connect with people who are on the same frequency and talk about, from my perspective, from my years that I've been in, just doing what I'm doing and where I'm at. So we're not in it by ourselves. We can vibe together. We can understand together. I could relay experiences that I have that we can connect to, that you're inevitably going to go through at some point in life, especially if you're trying to get to your highest self. We all going to go down the same path, just different avenues, but we're all connected through it. You ever see a reel for 2 seconds, or just scrolling and a reel pop up and immediately the words that the person is saying connects with you? Like, I know I was meant to hear that. Who is this person? There's something about this person that is connected to me. Never heard of them, never seen them before, never even knew they existed, and then boom, here they go popping up on your timeline. You hear one word. It's like immediately when they start talking, you feel that instant connection. That's what we're here for, because we have an instant connection. Instant. Staying loyal to who you used to be. Growth requires betrayal of old habits, old stories, and sometimes an old version of yourself. Growth requires betrayal. Dang. You got to betray yourself. The old you, the one that don't want you. That's what I realized so much about people in this life and just growth in general. The minute you try to be something bigger and better than what you was before, that old life people, whoever it may be, are going to come and try to pull you back down or keep you where you're at, because they don't want you to go. They don't want you to be better than them, get any higher, because they will start to see a disconnect. They don't want. Some people, like the first thing I said, some people are comfortable in their comfort. They're comfortable in their comfort, like being comfortable right there. Let's just come home. Let's just go out on the weekends. Let's just do this and keep it on repetition, and we're good right here. We're good. The minute you say, I want to do something more, I want to go to the gym, I want to start working on a business, I want to make some more money, I want to start learning something and to change it up a little bit. No. What are you doing? You think you better than me? You think you better at doing? That's internally for yourself, and that is universal for people that surround you as well. When you are trying to be better than what you was the day before, the people around you sometimes are not going to like that. They're going to want you to stay right where you at. I don't want you to get better. I want you to stay right here with me. I want you to stay right here with me. When you hear that voice inside your head telling you, hey man, you got to let that go. You got to let that person go. You got to move on, bro. You got to change things up. You can't stay up this late no more. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't drink like that no more. You got to start hitting the gym a little bit more. You got to start getting right. And the other part of you like, man, I'm straight for real. Like, I ain't really got to do too much. I mean, I'm making some money. I'm doing this. I'm good for real. You got to betray that person. Because you realize that person, that voice that's telling you that you good, you straight, you don't need to level up, you don't need to get better. That's the person, that other side, the other voice that you hear telling you you ain't got to get better. That's the person you betray. I can no longer be with you anymore. I can no longer stand to be with this person anymore. I can't do it. It's over. I can't do it. Where I'm trying to go, I can't go if you with me. So I can't have you with me no more. Today is the day I let you go. Today is the day you and I can no longer coexist anymore. Thailand has the best food, hands down. I can no longer coexist with you anymore. Mistaken knowledge for embodiment. Reading wisdom without living it creates spiritual arrogance and emotional stagnation. That was deep. That was deep. Reading wisdom without living it. So you can know a person who know everything that they're supposed to do and is not living it it creates spiritual arrogance. Dang. That hit like a rock. Reading wisdom without living it creates spiritual arrogance and emotional stagnation. That line was so deep, I had to read it 3-4 times. Creates spiritual arrogance and emotional stagnation. I don't even have to comment on that. That in itself said everything. Unexamined desires. What a man desires without questioning it will eventually command him. What is it that you desire? What is it that you desire without question? What is it that you strive for? That you just, your body, the fire inside you, it just burns for. What is it that you desire? And this is the thing. This is the thing. That goes both ways. You can desire wealth. You can desire freedom. You can desire money. You can desire a family. You can desire a great business. You can desire luxury. You can desire fame. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there's also other desires that come with it. There are certain things that are attached to it, if not first checked. Because women come with that. Drugs. so much abuse of power. It's a lot that comes both ways if you do not master yourself and master your vices. This is one thing that people don't understand, especially when it comes to wealth. See, wealth is the great maximizer. What do I mean by that? When you have money, when you're wealthy, it's only going to make you more of who you already are. It's only going to expose the true you because you got the means to be exactly who you choose to be. The more money you got, you're going to be more and more of the real person who you are because you ain't got no limitations holding you back. You ain't got no boss telling you you have to be here. You ain't got no coach telling you you got to be here. Nobody could, as long as you ain't get, even some people that's super wealthy, you think about it. Elon, those billionaire head front, they do whatever they get away with a lot because they got the money to take care of it. So they're doing a lot. Money will show you exactly who you are. It will make you expose the true you. And a lot of times, that's why you see a lot of people be falling off or they be going crazy, or I don't even say go crazy, but deal with a lot when they get a lot of money because they haven't examined their desires. Don't leave your desires unchecked. Resisting solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. It's a training ground where clarity, discipline, and a divine alignment are forged. Don't be afraid to be by yourself. I remember when I was in Argentina, I went to like this town called Rio Gallegos. Rio Gallegos. RIOGALLEOS. Rio Gallegos. Look at it. It's literally at the bottom. It's literally like considered at the bottom of the earth. It's like by the Arctic. It's like you can see there's a place that you can go and look at the actual ice glaciers. We actually went there. And I actually made like a vlog on that years ago. And you can actually see the real glaciers. It's crazy where basketball could take you sometimes. And you could go, you could see the glaciers and the stuff like, and things like that. But I went there to that bottom, to that town to play for that team just to be alone, away from the big city. There wasn't a lot going on. It was a small town, and I loved every moment of it because I was able to be in silence, no distractions, nobody, nothing. All I could do was there was a weight room inside the gym, weight room inside the hotel room. We ate there. They had the like 4-star restaurant that we ate for free every day. I was just in solitude. I used to wake up, pray, run, meditate, read, edit podcasts all day, get up, train, just repeat, and I was just in that grind mode, and I was just by myself, no girlfriend, no nothing, absolutely no drugs, no alcohol, no weed, no nothing, just stillness, quietness. Sometimes I used to just do mindfulness exercise where I just sit in silence for like 30 minutes to an hour and just listen. Go for a walk, no music, no nothing, just quiet. The quietness. You'll find everything you need to hear. Everything you need to know, every path, every step you need to take, it's already inside you. You just got to listen to it. Don't avoid that. Avoid responsibility in the name of healing. Healing that never matures into accountability becomes another form of escape. Healing that never matures into accountability becomes another form. You can't blame somebody all your life. At some point, it's got to be you. At some point, you got to say, you know what? This is on me. Yeah, I don't like what happened to me. I don't like the situation. I may have felt hurt, but I move on. I move on. Can I used to be I believe everybody at some point believes somebody did them wrong and there's a reason for why they are in the situation that they are in their life. And they hold on to that and they cling on to that. Hell, even when I talk to my cousins, and we talk about finances and we talk about getting better and changing things and maturing and trying to figure out a way to just be better financially and things like that. He also used to be like, man, our parents didn't teach us this and do that. And I used to be like, bro, that part of life is over. That part of blaming mom, dad for not knowing. Listen, they came from Haiti, a very, very difficult environment to stay in and grow up in. They wasn't teaching, they was just trying to survive. They wasn't in a place where they can kind of grow and become and build something. They brought you here for that. You're here now. We're here now. No more excuses and blaming they this. You're not taking accountability for yourself or your action or where you're at in life. You're just still talking about what they didn't do for us and why we're here now. Take accountability. You are man. Time to be one. Time to grow up. Trying to say, you know what? I appreciate everything, even though I did not get to what I believe that I should have known. I know now. I take that now and I move forward. I don't hold on to that no more. You can't hold on to that anymore. You cannot blame anybody for where you're at in life. And it's hard to say that and I'm not speaking on anybody and who you had to go through and what your situation and whatever like that. You have to be accountable for your life. It's yours. Everything that happens is still at the end of the day, it's yours. That's the beautiful thing about it. No matter what happens, it's still your life. You still have to command it and do what is necessary and what is best for you at the end of the day. So with that being said, I'm about to go hit the weight room, about to go hit the sauna, then I'm about to eat dinner, and I'm about to go lay down. Appreciate everybody here. Remember, greatness is a habit, not a right. I'll see you guys here tomorrow in the next video.